Back in 2020, Tyrese Gibson shared on Instagram that a script for a sequel, Five Brothers, was in the works, and now it looks like it might actually be happening. This time, it seems like the sequel could introduce another brother to spice up the story. Plus, some recent hints are making it all seem pretty legit. So here's everything we know so far. The first movie followed the Mercer brothers on a mission to get revenge for their adoptive mom's murder. With that in mind, Five Brothers could dive into the fallout from their past actions or new threats tied to their history. It might also dig deeper into the brothers' relationships, showing how their unique personalities and backgrounds clash or come together, especially with a new brother in the mix. Detroit, the gritty and atmospheric setting of the original, could still play a big part, blending beauty with danger to give the sequel its signature vibe, just like Four Brothers did. The original cast, Wahlberg, Gibson, Benjamin, and Hedlund, had incredible chemistry, which was a huge part of the first film's success. With intense action scenes and strong performances driving the story, the sequel is likely to build on that chemistry while taking the characters' relationships to the next level. We don't have all the details about the plot yet, but the sequel's success will likely depend on keeping the emotional and exciting themes of family, loyalty, and brotherhood that made the first movie so memorable. Fans are hoping Five Brothers will stay true to the heart of the original while delivering a story that hits just as hard. Back in 2005 for Brothers, directed by John Singleton and starring Mark Wahlberg, Tyrese Gibson, André Benjamin, and Garrett Hedlund, made a big impression with its intense action and focus on family bonds. Now, more than a decade later, talk of a sequel, fittingly titled Five Brothers, has fans buzzing with excitement. Let's dive into what made the first movie so great and what we can expect from the long-awaited follow-up. The big question everyone's asking is, who could step into the role of the fifth brother? Adding a fresh face to the already iconic lineup is no small task. The actor needs to bring serious star power, strong acting skills, and enough chemistry to fit seamlessly with the original cast while also standing out in their own way. One strong contender could be someone like Michael B. Jordan. He's proven his talent with intense roles in Creed and Black Panther, and has the charisma to hold his own in a cast full of big names. Jordan could bring a fresh perspective to the family dynamic, adding depth and a modern twist to the story. Another exciting choice might be John Boyega, known for his roles in Star Wars and They Clone Tyrone. Boyega has shown he can handle both action-packed sequences and emotional storytelling, and he'd be a great fit for a gritty, family-centered story like Five Brothers. Or maybe they could bring in someone like Jonathan Majors. Despite recent controversies, his acting in projects like Loki and Devotion has shown he can add a lot of complexity to a character, which could really elevate the sequel story. Whoever they choose, the fifth brother will play a key role in shaking things up and making the sequel stand out. With such big shoes to fill, the casting decision will likely be one of the most talked about aspects as the project moves forward. What's clear is that fans are ready to embrace a fresh face in this tight-knit family and see how the story unfolds from there. Now, if the sequel, Five Brothers, is going to resonate with fans, it needs to carefully weave the fifth brother's backstory into the narrative without undoing the powerful ending of the first film. A great approach would be to set the new story in the aftermath of Four Brothers, where the gang responsible for Evelyn's murder is now seeking revenge, this time targeting the fifth brother. The fifth brother's story could start with him being isolated, living his own life far from Detroit. Maybe he's a retired secret agent who cut ties with his adoptive family years ago. His absence at Evelyn's funeral could be explained by guilt or unresolved conflicts, which would add emotional weight to his reunion with the brothers. The gang's vendetta against him could stem from his own past involvement in taking down members of their crew, indirectly tying his troubles to the events of the original film. As the gang closes in on him, the fifth brother realizes he can't handle the threat alone. This would naturally set up his reconnection with Bobby, Angel, and Jack, creating a perfect opportunity to explore themes of forgiveness and the bonds of brotherhood. The movie could balance intense action sequences with heartfelt moments as the brothers work together to protect their family and rebuild their fractured relationships. Detroit's gritty atmosphere would again play a significant role, grounding the story in a city that reflects the Mercer brothers' resilience and determination. The sequel could even explore new parts of the city, offering a fresh perspective while maintaining the raw, unfiltered energy that fans loved in the first film. Of course, for Five Brothers to succeed, it needs more than just action. It requires strong performances to sell this emotional family story. With the original cast reprising their roles, the Fifth Brothers casting becomes crucial. Someone like Michael B. Jordan or John Boyega could bring the right mix of intensity and vulnerability to the role, creating a character who feels like a natural fit for the Mercer family, while also bringing a fresh dynamic to the group. The stakes are high, and the potential is huge. If done right, Five Brothers could deliver the kind of gripping, emotional, and action-packed story that fans of the original film have been waiting for. The chances of a Five Brothers movie happening seem stronger than ever, and several signs point toward its potential revival. Back in 2010, Paramount Pictures sparked initial rumors of a sequel to Four Brothers. Mark Wahlberg's interest in the script and the involvement of the original screenwriters, David Elliott and Paul Lovett, hinted that the project had legs. Things stayed quiet for a while until April 18, 2020, when Tyrese Gibson, who played Angel Mercer, reignited fan hopes by announcing the sequel on Instagram. While Tyrese has been known to share unverified information, this time, there seems to be real momentum behind the project. Lorenzo di Bonaventura, who directed the first movie, is reportedly attached to the sequel, tentatively titled Five Brothers, with the script said to be almost complete and described as a magical and cool continuation. The foundation is being laid for the Mercer Brothers saga to continue. The enduring popularity of Four Brothers further fuels the possibility of a sequel. Despite mixed reviews from critics, the movie struck a chord with audiences, grossing nearly $93 million against a $30 million budget. Over time, it has achieved cult classic status, defying its modest 52% rating on Rotten Tomatoes. In today's entertainment world, where nostalgia often drives success, the film's lasting appeal makes it a strong candidate for a sequel. Another key factor is the evolving cinematic landscape. Studios are increasingly revisiting properties with devoted fan bases, knowing that these audiences are eager for more stories. The Mercer Brothers' gritty, action-packed tale, set against the atmospheric backdrop of Detroit, still resonates. Its themes of family, loyalty, and justice remain timeless, giving Five Brothers plenty of narrative ground to cover. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop. And if you want, you can share your thoughts about this video in the comments.